What's up, everybody, and welcome to Narcocop MMA. This is Dana White's Contender Series Week 2 breakdown. I am your host, Mike, with my co-host, Brandan Olivas, from some kind of island, probably Epstein Island. Internet did not get paid. I don't know what's going on, but Brandan, what's up, my brother? Hope you're enjoying.
It's been crazy travel. We decided on the last day, we kind of like left it open. My girlfriend and I, we've been just traveling around California. So we came to Catalina Island, and this hotel has been like it's bad. It's like an old hotel. The Wi-Fi is like bad. The coffee's horrible. No breakfast, no AC. Like just kind of a rundown thing. So, and we couldn't take like all of our stuff. So all my shirts are all wrinkled. So sorry for the shirtless. It's not on purpose. I just don't have anything that
Guys,
looks
he's trying
nice.
to show his body off.
Hey, come
I
on.
get it. It's all right. I get it. How was your week 1 with Dana White's Contender Series? How'd you end up? I won a little bit, nothing big.
Mostly break
Yeah,
even. I think I was kind of upset about the Ty Miller KO. I really wanted that one.
yeah, that one kind of hurt. I actually took him rounds 2 and 3. I thought eventually he was gonna break that Drago, and he had him on the ropes multiple times. Just
Tough.
couldn't finish. Not enough. I mean, Drago was tough. I mean, I give credit to him. He was hurt multiple times and he just fought it off. So
Mhm.
um
Well, I'm more excited for this week.
yeah, this week fucking chalk like crazy, brother. There's so much chalk this week. But anyways, I don't I do want to shout out my chat, of course, always. You guys are the best. 93 live viewers early in the morning in some places like Arizona and Catalina Island and places like that. But we got to get to it. We're going to start right away, Brandon, if you're okay with it.
Let's go
Fight
do it.
number
Let's do
one.
it.
Fight number 1 is interesting fight. It's the 8-0 Tommy Cuozzi versus the 10-0 Ramiro Jimenez. One of the O's has to go. I don't know if you're familiar with these guys, but you can start it off here. What do you think?
I can't believe this is a real fight. This is like a predatory matchup in my opinion. Like, let me take a look at this. Sorry. I'm pulling up the my laptop in the background. So I want to go over Tommy Kuzi really quickly. He's 8-0. First of all, having Sweet Caroline as your intro and just like always playing in every single fight video is a little bit concerning. And then the records of the guys that he's fighting, right? You have Giovanni Mesa, 8-4, but that was probably a pretty padded 8-4. 2-4. Theo was 5-1, but like all these guys are pretty awful. They're bottom of the barrel. He comes out, he swings wide. He doesn't look like he can sustain a pace. Like, I think this is such predatory matchmaking. Ramiro's clean, he's sharp, he's fought really good guys, he's beat notable guys, even like Devontae Sewell. That's a tough dude. Like, I don't think this is a close fight whatsoever. I think he's gonna finish him probably the first or the second round, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Brandon. But you're talking about that Meza guy. He's on a 9-fight losing streak. Finished in every single round in rounds 1 and 2 in every fight, including a couple of boxing fights. So apparently, he is definitely a padded guy. And you know what's crazy about both these guys? When I looked at them, um, Tommy Kuzi's only 25, right? He started fighting when he was 15 and 14. Like, look at his amateur fight.
Interesting. Let me check this out.
2014, bro. He was 14 years old. And he had an amateur fight.
Interesting. I wonder if that's a state by state thing or why he could do that.
It has to be a state. That fight night challenge has to be state by state thing, because I know some states don't allow you to fight amateur at 14. And you know what's also crazy is Ramiro Jimenez also fought at 15. So both these
That's a
guys,
Mexican thing. That's a Mexican thing. You could do
both
that
these
there.
guys started really young. But dude, like, I'm watching this Cuozzi guy, and he owns his own gym. I guess it's
Yeah.
his run, and his coach is his dad. He kind of reminds me of that one guy that came in Dana White's
Robbie Ring. We just talked about him last week. I couldn't get it.
Ring honestly is more skilled than this, or he's better than this guy, in my opinion. Cuozzi, I watched his amateur fight against Chris Makate, who's he's a good wrestler, good fighter. He got freaking dropped there, got hurt, and then he just kind of easily gave him a 10-finger guillotine and he choked him out. And And then I watched him against this other Samson Saucer guy who's 3-0. Because I'm like, let me look at guys that are actually decent that he's fighting. And he's fucking getting destroyed, dude. Like he's not even competitive with these guys. So Ramiro Jimenez, if he has one flaw, it's his defense is a little bit shaky. He gets hit a lot on the
Does
feet.
it matter
Man,
here?
bro, he's such a fucking tough guy, man. Like they had that tournament where you fight like 3 fights back to back to back,
So
and
I watched his tape and I watched from that fight down. And I'm like, dude, why he just won by a Kimura and he didn't even get touched? Why is his eye swollen shut? Like, I didn't
yeah,
understand. What the hell
yeah, it
happened?
was from that first fight. That Burgos guy fucking lit him up in round 1. I mean, huge shots, landing, dropped him, hurt him, but he's so tough, bro. Like he's just tough as hell. And
Yeah, the good-looking Mexican training at the UFC PI or
yeah,
Tommy
honestly,
Cuozzi.
this might sound crazy. I truly think minus 340 is short, like big time short.
Yeah,
Like, what's
I
Cuozzi
was
gonna do
joking
to this
around.
guy?
I was joking around earlier, but I'm like, why is this line not minus 1200? Like, this is
Dude, it
ridiculous.
literally, it's you're not even joking around. It should probably be. He's probably 90%. Like his wrestling is better, his striking is better. He's just better fighter
He's
easily.
just running over cans in the first round in his like hometown promotion. Like, this is so ridiculous. I
Yeah,
was making a joke. I was saying, imagine Tommy Cuozzi in ACA. How do we think he's doing in ACA?
oh, oh, fuck me. He would have fucking got murdered, dude. He wouldn't
All
make it
right.
through 1 year in ACA.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Jimenez by finish is, it's like as good as government bonds, I imagine, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's an easy matchup. I mean, like you said, let's move on. Fight number 2. It is in the heavyweight division. It is the 5-0 Josh Hokit versus the 6-1 Guillermo Uriel. I will kick this one off. Hokit, obviously, the good wrestler, pretty decent on top. But honestly, like I get it. He has very good wrestling and he's good on top, but he's kind of fought a low level of opposition as well. And it's fine. I mean, they're trying to build him. I'm assuming they're trying to build him. Um, he's finished most of the guys early outside of his first fight. Honestly, he didn't look good in his debut. And I guess we have to give him a pass. He doesn't even have an amateur background. He just came straight from wrestling. So I guess I'll give him a pass on that opening fight, the first one. And on the other side, Uriel, I know I've read a lot of people shitting on this guy. I honestly think he's skilled. He's got good. Dude, you don't think his striking is good for a heavyweight? How quick he is?
Fuck no. He's
Why?
dangerous, but it's not good. He's not a good fighter. He's like a horrible, horrible fighter.
No, I think
No,
his
come on.
striking, I think his worst aspect is his gas thing. He's got no gas. He literally has 2 minutes. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But his like leg kicks are fast, his punches are fast. Like his footwork is not bad for a heavyweight, bro.
No, his striking is horrible. He's a good puncher. He's a fine puncher.
You don't
There's
think
big,
his
big
kicks are
difference.
his leg kicks are good?
They're fine, but if you can't put together even 5 minutes, I don't really call you a
No,
good
no.
striker. You're just a
Listen,
blitzer.
cardio wise, this guy's that. I mean, he's bad, but like he's dangerous the first 2 minutes, bro.
Well, you tell me who you want on this fight because I need to
Oh
spend
no,
about
no,
10
no.
minutes
I think.
glazing Hokit.
Well, I know. I think Hokit's gonna take him down easily and just destroy him. Probably, he's gonna finish him. I think under.
Early.
I think
Yeah.
under is very good. Like it's minus 180. I looked at it. I think that's a good price. I think he's gonna get finished here under 1 half. This guy has no cardio, guys. Like zero fucking cardio. He's got
And the
two
thing
minutes of
about
cardio.
Hokit too, people are pretending that Hokit's like he's so outmatched on the feet. He could be. We don't really know. But the one thing I do know is watching Hokit, first of all, the guy moves really well. He is so athletic, he's so clean, and he throws a lot of feints. Like he looks like he has all the aspects of a really good striker. We just don't know because we've never really seen it. But I will say his grappling to me is actually really impressive. I've always tried to fade him, not fade him like bet against him, but I always take overs and he crushes me on the unders there. He's like a finisher, but his grappling is sick. Like even his last fight against Lunsford, he kind of hits that throw by, and then he loves the Dagestani handcuff, right? Hop to the other side, he'll throw hooks in. He mixes the way his hip positioning is and the leg riding is really, really well, and his ground and pound is nasty. Like I think he's a really good prospect. I don't know. There's a lot of people saying he sucks and he's mid and all this stuff. I think he's nice. I think he moves really well and he's going to beat up on a lot of fat guys. If he went down to his true weight class, like 205, I think he's going to have a lot more issues. But just beating up fat guys for a while, Uriel's fine and he does hit hard, but I think Hokit moves well enough just to avoid any kind of danger and he's going to get him down pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's the thing. I do think, honestly, standing, I do think Uriel is better, but for 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, whatever it was, like he was beating the shit out of that Lucas Camacho guy. Like he hurt him
Yeah.
2 times, beating
Yeah.
the shit out of him, and then guess what? He gassed. He
He's
gassed
certainly
bad.
dangerous. I will say that he's certainly dangerous, but I actually really like the way Hokit like moves. Like he kind of looks like he really like he has a background in it. I don't know. I hope
Over
so.
under how long before he shoots a takedown?
Well, this fight could be quick. Like, why would he even mess around? Like, this is his
Exactly.
biggest opportunity. Every other fight he's come out to do that. Why is this going to be the fight that he? And I actually did like something that he said in a previous fight. He goes, "Until people prove they can stop my wrestling, why would I? Why would I even show them striking? I'll just keep wrestling." I think he's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get him down and finish him. Like
Yeah.
this Uriel guy is like probably one of the worst gas tanks I've ever seen. Like 2 minutes and he's huffing and puffing.
Y-
Even in fights that he's finished, he's looked fucking dead tired, dude. And he's the one fight he went like 3 minutes, he was fucking gassed bad, and he still got the finish. But my God.
How do you think?
Anyways,
How do you think he would do in ACA, Uriel?
he'd do great. He'd fucking do great. Those Russians would just be on top of him, and he'd be exhausted while they just land little
Tapping
elbow
to
after
exhaustion.
elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, tap to exhaustion. Exactly. All right, let's move on. Fight number 3. It is in the bantamweight division. It is the 9-0 Louis Lee Scott versus the 5-0 Kaushik Saikumar. So this one's yours. Again, 2 undefeated fighters.
I'm a little bit obsessed with this fight. I can't get this fight out of my head. I'm not going to touch Louis Lee Scott at this. I mean, I wouldn't touch him at this number. He's very talented. We were just talking about striking, the way he feints, the way he moves. He's constantly staying busy. He's always giving you something to think about. The issue here is sometimes he gets a little bit close. And Sakumar has a couple good traits about him. He has a really good left hook. He's really fast, snappy with his hook. Good knees up the middle. Uh, and then his jiu-jitsu is beautiful. Like I want to be critical of it, but he's really clean. His leg lock entries, the way he comes on top, his composure, and then even that head and arm choke that he hit, uh, gorgeous, man. He's incredible. His jiu-jitsu. The issue is he has a lot of inactivity, right? He's constantly back foot. He doesn't throw anything out to be judged, and he really can't wrestle well. Um, I think he's got a shot. He's a couple inches taller, and I think if he does get on top somehow, he catches a kick, he enters along a leg, like he could pull guard to realistically get this fight to the ground. He doesn't necessarily have to wrestle, but I think one takedown or one ground exchange could be the round for him. Um, I think Louis Lee is a little bit smarter than that. I think he's just going to touch and move. We are talking about this a little earlier. I kind of envision a very careful Louis Lee Scott decision. I like the over in this fight. Um, but I think Sakumar could be dangerous on a couple things. Like I'm not going to get crazy with Louis Lee Scott here. I'm going to be a little cautious.
Yeah. Current line minus 410 on Bet Online, plus 310 on the comeback. I actually like Louis Lee Scott a lot, man. I love the movement. I love the changing of stances. He can grapple. He can strike. I mean, I listened to an interview with LaRon Murphy. This is his main training partner. Bro, he had like rave reviews about this guy. He goes, I've trained with so many people and sparred so many people, UFC fighters. He said, this is the toughest guy by far that I spar with. He's so damn good. He was raving about him. And bro, when you watch his tape against DeMarte Pena, who's also a good fighter, man. That guy's a good fighter.
Really good. Really good.
Really good fighter, man. Fucking he put it on him, bro. Like he looked really good. And it was a 5-round fight, man. Like I didn't think he was gonna go in there and fight Pena for 5 rounds and win a 5-round, fight against him, bro. Like he looked convincingly good there against Pena. So, prior to that, he really didn't face anybody good. But even Benate, the last fight, that guy's not bad, bro. That guy's not a bad fighter either. and he finished him within one
All,
round.
all of these guys are better than the Indian. The only thing I'm going to say about the Indian guy is just different. You kind of look at the success of guys like Ronnie Yaya. We would talk about Ronnie Yaya all the time. That's like one of Santino's favorite guys because he just sprints at guys. He can't wrestle a lick, and then he'll either eventually kind of get you down or he'll pull guard, and he uses it to come on top. And that's the only thing I see different about this fight. Like Louis Lee, I think is better at all aspects of MMA. Wrestling, striking, all that stuff, but that jujitsu and just the weird leg lock entries, it causes issues. And even look at Ryan Hall's career, how many times he won fights based on weird stuff like that, right? Complete open stance, entering through leg locks, and then coming up on top. That's the only thing I worry about. It's just different. And one leg lock transition, one good bite on something like that could be a knee injury in the fight. That's the only thing I'm going to say. And,
Yeah.
DeMarte did put him on his back. And I think what this kid's going to do is try to catch Louis Lee's kicks. I don't think he has to wrestle for it. So that's why I'm a little more cautious, just because it's a weird stylistic fight.
He is too, for me, like you mentioned about his volume, like he's very hesitant on striking. Like he's just looking to counter, and he's looking to counter with like a big shot. That's it. Like he's really not.
Yeah.
He was getting destroyed by Adamu. Like
Yeah.
easily getting destroyed. And then honestly, that stoppage was terrible, bro. Like Adamu was like fucking pissed. Like, what are you doing? Why
They
did
had
you
a lot of
stop
money
this?
on Adamu in that fight. That was
Yeah,
unfortunate.
he's like, why the fuck did you just stop this? Well, what? And it was a bad stoppage, bro, to be honest. Like he was up 2-0 easily, winning round 3, and then he catches him with that weird knee in the clinch. I will say this Kaushik guy is against a talented fighter. He's like probably a guy that's going to lose a decision because he's so careful with his defensive like his defensive side of the striking. Like he's very good defensively, hands up. He doesn't really let you hit him clean.
He's a little bit sneaky too. He always hits that fall off left hook. He loves that. That's his like main defense. But you're right. He lets too much time go by just getting his ass beat.
Yeah, he's just getting pieced up by Adamu. Like probably outlanded him 5-1 in that fight. Like he just lit him up. And listen, that Adamu guy is a really, really good striker. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like
I was going to say, who do you think would win in a fight between Louis Lee and Adamu? Because that's a fight. That's a crazy fight.
Probably Louis Lee. Probably, I would assume he would try to grapple him because he's so long and his striking is so good, right? Don't you think he would try to grapple? Because
I don't think that's
kind of his weakness, huh?
I don't think he'd have any success there.
Yeah, I mean he's so big too, that dude. So yeah, I honestly I think it's an easy matchup for Louis Lee Scott. I don't really, outside of a meme. I think it's got to be a meme. This guy trains with Ryan Hall, obviously, and he's the striking coach there at that 50-50 gym. But I don't know, man. Are we, no shame in saying this. Honestly, the Indian fighters are just like almost always you fade these guys, for the most part.
Anyways, yeah, I get it.
Let's move on. Fight number 4. It's in the middleweight division. Probably the most competitive fight as far as the money line's considered here. It's the 5-0 Brandan Holmes versus the 11-3 Cam Rowston, who's coming back minus 165 Holmes, plus 135 Rowston. I think Holmes is taking this on like 2 weeks' notice. A little bit of a short notice here as Rowston's old opponent pulled out John Kuhneman, who's a straight up grappler. So now he faces a guy in Holmes who's a straight up striker. So for me here, honestly, it's crazy to say this, but I lean Holmes. I lean Holmes here, even at chalk. I'm not laying the chalk, don't get me wrong, but I think he wins this fight just because I know Borrego dropped him. I know Borrego hurt him. And
Borrego was cracking him.
Yeah, and Borrego's not that good, right? But the Nick Galante fight impressed me. Like Galante's a very good wrestler. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He just couldn't get this fucking guy down, man. Like this guy is you can tell he's very strong. One, he's very athletic, and he has power, man. Like this dude has power in his hands. And I like his striking, actually. The problem is, we said his striking defense is not good. He gets hit, and his chin, he leaves his chin up way too much in the air. I mean, he's getting cracked. Even against Galante, he got cracked. But when I watch Rowston and they say this guy comes from like a Muay Thai background, obviously he's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He likes to grapple more than strike, dude. Like he just tries to grapple. And I don't think his wrestling is good. And I don't think he's getting this fight to the ground, to be honest. So standing, like the Rowston, when he gets hit, his reactions are very bad. I don't like his reactions. And this dude, Brandan Holmes, I think is faster. He's more athletic. He's stronger. Um, and I think he defends takedowns, dude. That's the thing. I think he defends takedowns, and he's way more dangerous, in my opinion, on the feet. So I'm leaning Holmes here, and I'm probably going to look for a prop. And the one other thing about Holmes, even though he was hurt early against Borrego, man, he's gutsy, bro. He'll still come forward, and I like his cardio actually. His cardio is fucking. You don't like his cardio?
It's
That fight was
weird
an
because
absolute war, bro, and he kept
yeah,
coming in round 3. You
yeah,
know?
it was. But at the end of round one, he literally put his hands on his knees.
Yes,
Round one, hands on
I.
knees, but he
But he
recovered
pushed
so
forward.
well. Yeah, he came out round two and three like a Terminator. It was
That's what
kind
I'm
of
saying.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's one of those. I truly think, Rowson needs to grapple, needs to get the fight to the ground. If not, I think on the feet, he's outmatched, like speed wise, athleticism, power. I think those all favor Holmes. But for me, it's a pass. I know some people betting Rowson. I can't bet this guy. I
Some people
don't.
are betting Ralston, really?
Yes, I've seen people betting Rowston. The line got hit a lot
Interesting.
initially. It was down. Rowston was down to like almost 115 at one point yesterday.
Wow.
So it's a pass for me. I'm probably gonna look for props here, but I like Brandan Holmes for the win, honestly. He might find a knockout, in my opinion.
Oh,
He goes for it. I love that he goes for it. So
no, he's gonna get one for sure. And here's why. This Alfred Stoddard fight, this guy is first of all, at the time that Ralston just fought him, he was 4-3. Now he's 4-5. So um real good guy here, right? He got him down the whole first round, right? He's just a lot taller, a lot bigger, and I think he's used to wrestling as the bigger guy because he's able to shoot in, wrap his hands around the legs and take people down. He's not a good conventional wrestler. Alfred stayed on his back most of that first round. The second that he got up, started pressing the action, you saw him start to wilt, right? Ralston. He was not adapting well to the punches. And you're right, exactly with Holmes. The Galante fight was massively impressive. I kind of was thinking like, why did CFFC match those two up? Like Galante's their boy. That didn't seem right. Great takedown defense. He does have a lot of power. He does go for it. My one issue is he very much like looks the part, like he knows what he's doing, but like you said, his defense is none at all. Like he'll kind of like pretend the Muay Thai stuff, do kind of the Khalil Roundtree, like lift the leg and march forward, but then he just eats every shot possible. Right. That's the big concern. I think round one he could get hurt by Ralston just because Ralston is so long and he is pretty sharp and accurate. But I think Holmes going to break him down. I think he's going to knock him out at the end of round one or probably early round two. That's kind of what I see.
yeah, honestly, I think Brandan Holmes, and by the way, Brandan Holmes, Brandan Olivas, like,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
how
you,
could you
you
not?
can't fade that. You can't fade that guy. But I feel like he's like a Dana White type of guy, like a guy that's just gonna maraud forward, get into an absolute fucking war, and I see Dana loving this guy.
He's down
Honestly,
for the get down for sure. I mean, I think pretty much this fight's not going to go. I don't think one way
yeah.
or the other.
You know what's funny that you say this Galante fight? Why did they match him up? I honestly think they looked at, because if you look at his tape against this Ralston Thomas guy, he didn't look great, and the guy is 1-3. Like, yeah, he hurt the guy, but he couldn't finish him. And they probably thought this was an easy matchup for Galante, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like
probably.
an undefeated guy, you know.
Any black guy, you imagine they can't grapple. So here we go.
Yeah, and Galante is like a good grappler. So, all right. Before we go on the main event, I have the links down below. Brandon's Patreon is down there. My Discord link is down there for my plays as well. Also, Bet Online, sportsbetting.ag links. If you guys don't have them, you need them if you're going to bet MMA. With that being said, let's move on. Main event. It is the 13-2 Manuel Exposito versus the 15-3 Jose Delano. This one's yours.
Again, this is just another predatory matchup to me. Like this is insane. The, First of all, I think everybody should be crashing this under 2.5 like right now. I think that's an insane line. This guy has zero defense, chin forward. Hold on, let me click on his record because this was like kind of insane. All right, yeah, this Antonio Ramirez guy hurt him a bunch. Like this dude just gets hurt, walks forward. He's like a discount John Lineker, but he doesn't have the chin to do it. And I think Delano really, really is sharp. I love Delano's game. I think he makes a lot of the right decisions. He fills the space with volume. He attacks the body. His punches are straight and clean. He might have a little bit of issues in the first 2.5 minutes, maybe with the pressure, but that guy always tends to wrestle when he gets panicked or when he's not having success on the feet. He's not going to take Delano down, and if he does, he's definitely not going to keep him down. The way he tries to lock his legs, like on the back, his legs are just too short to be having good jiu-jitsu, and he's constantly getting reversed by guys that are just cans, like 500 records. Jose Delano all day, he's going to finish him pretty much however he wants, but I think it's probably first or second round. That's what I would see for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think Delano wins pretty comfortably here. He's minus 450 now. Exposito is the kind of guy that's gonna come forward. He's gonna try to throw huge strikes, huge hooks, and then try to grapple you. I mean, he's gonna try to get you down. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I don't know how
Is
high
he
level.
No way. No
Yeah, he
way,
is.
dude. No
He just
way.
actually he just won a competition in Brazil. Like I don't know, 3-4
It's like the
months ago.
Special Olympics or something.
Black belt competition that he won. He just received his black belt, I think, like I don't know, 6 months ago or something. But
If he did, his grappling is horrible because the way that
yeah, he makes
Antonio
a lot of
Ramirez kept,
mistakes.
yeah, and he kept
So many
reversing him.
mistakes.
His legs are too short. He puts hooks in at the wrong times. Like he doesn't have balance. He gets too high, too low. His grappling's
Um,
horrible.
the best guy he faced, honestly, and I watched the tape on that, was that Lazaro Dyron guy. Oh shit, we lost Brandan, I think. Oh, there he is. The best guy he faced is that Lazaro Dyron guy, that Cuban that fought Jesus, he fight the let me look. Sabatello, where they honestly ripped him off with that majority decision draw. I don't know if you remember that kid. That kid is really, really good.
Yeah, he is. And he's fighting this week.
And honestly, he wasn't horrible in that fight, man. Exposito kind of competed. He won on one judge's scorecard round one. It was competitive in round one. Round three, it was a very close round. I thought he potentially won round three there, and he was throwing some big shots in round three. I will say his defense is bad, but I think he's tough as fuck, man. Like
he is.
Like the Garcia fight should not have been stopped. That was a terrible stoppage. Like they gave him it's like guys getting up and he stopped the fight. Like, what are you doing? But Delano's so clean, man. He's so clean. Like
it's the body work that's going to be big. And my other issue with this guy,
huge speed advantage, Brandan, for Delano, bro. Like
huge
speed advantage.
And Exposito, he looks like he's throwing with power, but he doesn't really hurting guys. You know what I mean? The way he throws, he's kind of still throwing arm punches. He's not really turning his body into much. That's the big.
Oh shit, we lost him again. I think what he's trying to say is like he's not turning over his punches, and yeah, I mean he's not really knocking a lot. Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Brandan.
Sorry, wait, can you see me at all?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, somebody keeps calling me and interrupting the whole thing.
You're looking good. Don't worry. Your shirt's still off. You still have a nice backdrop there. We see that nice backdrop, but go ahead.
Yeah, he just doesn't throw with a lot of like power. Like even in the hooks, it just doesn't look like there's much on it because he's just all arm punches. And then I think when he starts throwing that, I think Delano's going to touch the body, and I think that's going to wear him down, and that's going to be about it for him. It's the body work, I think, that will do it.
Yeah, listen, Delano footwork is so good. His takedown defense is actually really good. Go back and watch, the fight where he lost to Gabriel Santos, which is no shame at all. We see Santos kind of cruising in the UFC right now, and it was pretty competitive. I mean, I think Santos got the best of him, obviously, but I think this guy's good, man. He's got a win over Billy Reno, who's he is who he is. But he's faced better guys. He's got better wins. He's he's way more well-rounded than Exposito, right? So it's just going to be a difficult matchup for Exposito. Honestly, I know you said unders. It's
You like overs?
yeah, man. It's the way Delano fights. He's more of a guy. He's kind of cautious. He's trying to time. He's not like huge volume, but he does have very good timing and he does have power. But I
I
just feel
think
like this Esposito guy will push like a grappling pace. Maybe he gets takedown stuff. Maybe he gets a takedown or two because he did get. That's what I was impressed. He got that Lazaro Dairon guy down, and that guy's a fucking elite wrestler, man.
Yeah,
Like really
but
good.
what I think the difference is between this guy and the rest. This guy just marches forward and never moves his head off the center line.
Yeah, no,
At
no,
least at least
absolutely.
the wrestlers, they kind of bounce their head, and there's always a wrestling threat. This guy is just straight line, and I think that's target practice for Delano. This is going to be the worst striker he's fought in a good amount of time. He's
Oh
been
yeah.
fighting high level.
Yeah, I do think that last Russian guy he fought was a complete fraud, to be honest. That guy
Yeah,
looked like
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
complete fraud at 7-0. He
Also,
shelled
you
up
have
after
to
like getting
you have
hit
to remember
once.
too, this is Contender Series. Like Delano's going to go for it. He has to go for it. He's not going to
Yeah.
be the same as the LFA fights. There, he's just trying to make sure he wins. Here, I think
Yeah.
is going to be a different
You, you,
mentality.
now that you say that before we like end it, like you made a great point there because last week you heard what Dana said, right? Like he
Yep.
was very disappointed. If it wasn't for the Russian guy, Basinger,
Do you
he was
remember the
fucking
week after the Pfeiffer episode too? Was all
exactly.
finishes.
That's what I'm referring to. Exactly.
So
That's
maybe they stacked the deck like that this week too, because
maybe
I see
these
a lot of
guys are just like,
finishes.
fuck it, let's go for it. Like we got to kill each other. Um,
Everybody inside the distance this week. All five fights not to go. What's that going to
I
run you?
mean, truthfully,
Lambo parlay.
Jimenez is not going. I'm almost certain. The Hokit one is definitely going under. Um, the only one that's kind of a concern is this Louis Lee
Holmes.
Scott one.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Because this Indian guy is just like so careful not to get hit flush and hands up, and he's defensively he's good. He's good defensively, but
Nah, we're gonna get this finish somehow, some way. We'll get the finish.
yeah, maybe it's just
Let's
too
run
much
it. That's the
volume.
Lambo parlay for the week. All five fights not to go.
That probably gonna give you a nice big plus money. But anyways, appreciate everybody. 300 live viewers. I wasn't expecting this many because we started really early this week, but I kind of had to. It's partly my fault. I have to go play day 2 for Arizona State Championship, and I'm on 3 hours of sleep. Brandon's on 3 hours of sleep. When do you get back, Brandon?
We're actually are we coming back today? We're coming back today. Yeah, we'll be back today.
All right. So he's gonna be back in the beautiful state of Arizona today.
Back to the heat. Back to the heat.
Back to the heat. Exactly. Good luck to everybody tomorrow. Brandon, good luck to you as well, brother. Have a safe
luck
trip
today.
back. I will see you next week. Hopefully we have not too much chalk like this next week. I don't know. I haven't looked at it, but this week is full of chalk. And yeah. How did you do for UFC 319?
Not so good, but I couldn't really gamble that much because I'm in California, so I didn't have
That's a good thing then.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a light day.
Yeah. All right. Thank you to everybody. Again, Brandon, if you want to shout out anything, go ahead before we get out. I know you got Patreon. And go ahead.
Yeah, just really quick, just head over to our YouTube channel, Santino DeFranco on YouTube, Santino DeFranco on Instagram, Brandan Olivas on Instagram. That's all the places you can find us. Watch the pod. Come hang with us too.
All right. Awesome. Have a great day, everybody. Good luck, and we'll see you next week.